Hey guys, I'm Austin, and the embargo on the OnePlus 2 has finally lifted. We're done with all the hype, so here it is. The OnePlus 2 starts at $329, and that gets you 16GB of storage and 3GB of RAM. But for $50 more, you can bump this all the way up to 64GB of storage and 4GB of RAM, which is what I would opt for. But regardless, both models are powered by a Snapdragon 810 and Adreno 430 GPU, which thankfully doesn't have any thermal or performance issues like we've seen with other devices running the same SoC. We also have a 3300 mAh battery that should deliver some excellent results. In terms of screen on time, you should expect around 4.5 hours, which is very reminiscent of what my OnePlus One gets despite having a slightly larger battery. In terms of standby time with light usage, you should expect around 2 days, again very reminiscent of what my OnePlus One gets. The OnePlus 2 is either one of the first or the first phones to ship with a USB Type-C port, but it doesn't have any quick charging, which means it should take around 4 hours to charge from 0 to 100%, which does suck. That is a slightly longer amount of time compared to other phones, especially ones that have quick charging, but I guess if the battery is making it through a full day of use, this shouldn't really be an issue. The 13 megapixel camera on the back of the device delivers pretty good results as well. It can record up to 4K video at 30 frames per second. It also has optical image stabilization, a maximum aperture of f2.0, an LED flash, and laser autofocus. The 5 megapixel front-facing camera on the OnePlus 2 does still have the same f2.0 aperture as the rear-facing camera, but caps out at 1080p video at 30 frames per second, as opposed to 4K video at 30 frames per second like the rear-facing camera. The display on the OnePlus 2 is 5.5 inches and still 1080p like the OnePlus One was, but it is a brighter and more color-accurate display than its predecessor. Although some people might be disappointed that it's not Quad HD, going with a 1080p display does help with performance and battery life. Below the display, there are 3 capacitive buttons that can be mapped to different functions, but the one in the middle of the device doubles as a fingerprint sensor that is very reminiscent of the one we see on the HTC One M9 Plus. It's not quite up to the level of Touch ID or Galaxy S6 in terms of speed, but it was consistently accurate and still pretty fast. That's a lot of stuff to get in a sub $400 phone, but unfortunately where the OnePlus 2 is lacking, it's lacking pretty hard. There's no G wireless charging, or any type of wireless charging for that matter, no quick charging, and no NFC, which is a lot to lose for some people. Regardless, the OnePlus 2 is going to be pretty hard to compete with. I'll be comparing it to its predecessor, the OnePlus One, as well as the recently announced Moto X style, which has a similar price point, so make sure to subscribe if you want to catch those videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.